today's draft. All-time great plays coming from a team that ultimately lost the game. Charean, you've got a trivia question for me.
I do, and I saw the question, and I have just seen the answer, and I actually got it right, so the pressure's on you not to be Jan Brady on this. Which running back, Mike, holds the record for the most rushing... Cindy Brady, sorry. Which running back holds the record for the most rushing yards in a Super Bowl loss? Hint, the opposing defensive coordinator was not mad about it.
You know, I probably would have had a hard time without the hint. But that was the whole game plan for Super Bowl 25. Bill Belichick had to get the Giants' defense to buy into the idea that if we let Thurman Thomas have 100 rushing yards, we'll win the game. They thought he was crazy. They finally bought in. It worked. The Giants were able to slow down the passing attack of the Bills by letting Thurman Thomas run. So, Thurman Thomas, final answer.
And how many yards did he have, Mike?
They tried it again in Super Bowl 36, but Mike Martz wouldn't take the bait. He continued to try to throw, even though the Patriots had dropped like 8 guys into coverage on every play. All right. This is one of those days where there really isn't a clear cut. I've got to take this one. I'm going to go with, boy, you'd think I'd be prepared for this. I'm going to go with the catch that was made by Jermaine Kearse in Super Bowl 49. Yep. Because that was the moment. It felt like the David Tyree catch all over again. The holy crap, he's laying on the ground. The ball's bouncing around. He did what? He has the catch. And that just set up the dramatic finish with the interception from Malcolm Butler. But that was the one huge, to me, momentum swing. Hey, the Seahawks are actually going to do it. They're going to repeat as champions. They're going to win this game. And they failed to punch it in. And that play, I think, gets forgotten because the Malcolm Butler play was far more memorable. But that, to me, was the moment where I thought, wow, the Seahawks are going to win.
And Malcolm Butler actually tipped that pass, and it was still caught by Jermaine Kearse. And Jermaine Kearse has since said that he thinks it was the greatest catch in Super Bowl history and would be remembered for that if the Seahawks had held on and won the game. And they probably would have. They were at the 5-yard line at that point. You remember Marshawn Lynch gained 4 yards on first down. And then we all know what happened with 26 seconds left. The Seahawks, unfortunately, decided to throw the ball, and Malcolm Butler stepped in and saved the day. So I agree. I think that was the number one choice, Mike, and everybody forgets about that play.
All right. What is your number one choice?
You know what? I think I'm going to go with poor Leon Lett because we all remember the Super Bowl. The Cowboys could have set the record for the most points in a Super Bowl win, and what happens? Leon Lett's running, and he decides to celebrate, and Mr. BB comes in and takes the ball away from him, and perhaps one of the greatest plays in Super Bowl history that definitely will be forgotten because the game was already over. It was a rout. It would have been an even bigger rout, but what a great play it was, despite the fact that the Buffalo Bills got killed in that game.
Yeah, that was the ultimate hustle play from Don Beebe, and it's because the game was otherwise a blowout. That's the one play that still resonates to this very day. And there it is. Frank Reichen at quarterback for the Bills. Ball comes out. Yep. There goes Leon Lett. And you can already see what's coming. The ball's there in that left hand, and then he decides as he gets close to the end zone, he's going to hold it down low, and BB knocks it out. Next one for me, Super Bowl 43. The moment where I said, holy crap, the Cardinals are going to beat the Steelers and be a 9-7 team that wins the Super Bowl. Larry Fitzgerald catching the slant pass and then shot out of a cannon down the middle of the field at Raymond James Stadium. Again, just like with Julio Jones, just like with Jermaine Kearse, that's it. It's over. That's it. That's the moment. And unfortunately for the Cardinals, for Larry Fitzgerald, it wasn't.
And Santonio Holmes saved the day, obviously, for the Steelers in that game, made an even bigger play, Mike. And that's, you know, these plays get forgotten because there's a bigger play after that play, and that's what happened in that Super Bowl. I'm going to go with one. I'm going to change the tone here, one that's not in the Super Bowl, and that's Odell Beckham's great one-handed catch against Brandon Carr. I was there in the stadium, and it's one of those where you go, did he just do what I think he just did? And it was on the far side of the field, so you couldn't tell for sure, but Odell Beckham absolutely caught that ball. And by the way, he was interfered with by Brandon Carr. Great story off of that, though. A few years later, Brandon Carr was going to a charity event, and I was there, and this kid asked if he could take a picture with Brandon Carr, and Brandon Carr says, yeah, absolutely. He takes a picture, and right before the picture's taken, the kid goes like this, like he's Odell Beckham over the top of Brandon Carr. So Brandon Carr just kind of rolled his eyes and went on. But poor Brandon Carr is going to be remembered for that play forever. But guess what? The Cowboys won that game. Des Bryant outdueled Odell Beckham, caught his second touchdown pass with 1:01 left. Cowboys win the game.
You know, I had forgotten that the Cowboys even won that game. All you remember from that night is the Odell Beckham Jr. catch. I'm going to go back to the first Super Bowl that I ever watched a long, long time ago. There's that catch. Oh, he's getting pulled down, and that's still, I get goosebumps seeing that now. What a catch. And if only Beckham could get back to that form with the Browns this year, maybe he'll get to make a catch like that in the Super Bowl. Super Bowl 7. And that was a flag, not an orange. Thanks, Pete. It was an orange. Yeah, it was an orange when it should have been a flag. Really? Next thing you know, they're going to play the damn play again. The Super Bowl 7. And the Dolphins. Undefeated season. 14-0. Would have been a shutout. Would have been the only shutout in Super Bowl history. But for Mike Bass. And this really wasn't a spectacular play, but it is memorable. It was a touchdown for Washington because Garo Yepremian, after the bad snap on the field goal attempt, the ball's popping around in the air, and then he tries to throw a pass looking like Tim Tebow. I'm sorry, that was gratuitous. That was unnecessary. And the ball pops up in the air. Mike Bass grabs it and runs it in for a touchdown. Hell of a play. Losing effort because Washington otherwise had 0 points on the day.
That was a great play. And I'm going to finish with the Super Bowl too, Mike. I'm going to go to Super Bowl 34. Everybody remembers the last play of the game, right? When Mike Jones tackled Kevin Dyson at the goal line. But the play before that was really the one that set them up to have a chance to win the game. Steve McNair made just a brilliant scramble. I mean, he should have been sacked 4 or 5, 6 times, and somehow manages to get out of it, found Kevin Dyson, and got him down there where they had a chance from the 10-yard line to win the game. It was a 16-yard game, had a chance to win the game, and, of course, they came up a half-yard short, or we'd still be talking about that play that got them down to the goal line that got them a Super Bowl victory. But it didn't happen because of Mike Jones.
All right, a couple other ones real quick that I got to mention. The Aaron Rodgers Hail Marys, multiple against the Cardinals in a game that Arizona won in overtime in the playoffs. The Devin Hester opening kickoff touchdown for the Bears in Super Bowl 41 when Tony Dungy decided we're not going to run scared, we're going to kick it to him. And I can't believe he didn't take this one. Hollywood Henderson ripping the ball away from Terry Bradshaw and running it in for a touchdown back in Super Bowl 13.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.